In a lot of ways, it feels like it was just yesterday that Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout squared off with the World Baseball Classic Championship on the line. But today, the charge to Miami in the 2026 Classic begins as we kick off the first edition of 2025 World Baseball Classic Qualifiers with South Africa taking on Nicaragua. Is a bouncing ball, 2-second, and a chance at two. And Gupe did not get the tag applied as the runner, Leighton, was past him by the time that got out to him. And no, maybe that is a secondary out. And Nicaragua is asking for an explanation now. That is the first base coach, Anibal Vega. As it stands, it would be a 4-3 double play. And they will look at this. We do have full replay review in play. We will see what the review process says. So they will rescind the interference call. South Africa's gonna have to return to the field. And the 0-2 waved at and missed. And Dylan Unsworth is able to get out of the first. Ryan out of the 9 spot in the order now. If you're Carlson, you're in an interesting position because obviously you want to get a hit and drive and run. Big second out of the inning as Medrano gets himself 1 out away from getting out of a first and third situation, but now he has to go back to the top of the order in Victor Ngupe. Nagua native and a bouncing ball back up the middle into center, and Victor Ngupe gives his team the lead on an RBI single with 2 gone in the 5th. It's 1-0 South Africa. Jonathan Phillips charges 1 out toward left center field and moving back, reaching out. Oh, what a grab by Jose Orozco, who misjudged it a little bit and had to reach behind himself at the last second to haul it in for the first out of the 6th inning.
Again, it just goes to show you they just need to try and get that 1 run, get something moving.
And now it lines it up for a really talented bat in Freddie Zamora to try to get this thing even. 1-0 back up the middle, that's past the dive of Ngupe into center. Rounding third base, here comes Trujillo. We are all tied up in the 7th, it's 1-1.
Lift that heart rate, that blood pressure up just a little bit down in that first base dugout. Yeah, if you're South Africa, it's like we're still good.
Fly ball in the air to right. Brandon Bouillon circling, tagging at second base. Zamora is on the trot to third. He is in there, and the fly out by Alegria puts the potential go-ahead run 90 feet away with 2 gone in the 7th. So the 2-out task falls to Juan Diego Montes as South Africa appealed to third, and they are going to rule Freddie Zamora out. No, they're not. They're going to give Freddie Zamora the plate on presumably a balk call here. And now we're going to get a conference with Evan Johnson, the home plate umpire, who is the one to rule and award the plate to Zamora. Oh, this is a crucial spot now in this game to get this conversation right. And maybe this is it. Maybe it wasn't on the tag. This might just be on a little hidden ball scenario. Now, the conversation presumably is about the definition of, addressing the pitching rubber, because generally it is spoken, when people are talking about the hidden ball trick, you're not allowed to be on the mound. You are not allowed to be in that area. You can't be near the rubber. But Erasmus standing on the backside of the mound, he's not walking up to the rubber. Is there an argument that South Africa can make of, well, he's not addressing the rubber because he's not attempting, and wow, they will rule it out at third base. So the hidden ball trick works for South Africa to get out of the 7th inning and keep this a 1-1 game. Holy cow! What a weird one we have had. There's a shot toward right center field. On the run is Bouillon, and he gets there in time to put it away for out number 3. And here we go in the 10th. Extra innings to try to advance him to third. And on the first pitch, Rayo does the job, and the game-winning run is now 90 feet away for Nicaragua here in the bottom of the 10th. So it'll go as a walk for Freddie Zamora here. That intentional 4th ball puts him aboard. Big spot here for Dean Jacobs. And if you're Ronald Rivera, you're just trying to get this to the outfield. 2-2, runner off from first, and a flare to right field is down, and Nicaragua walks it off in the 10th. I mean, what a way to start this thing. A wild one on day number 1 here in Taipei. We are ready for the main event as the world's number 2 ranked national team program gets set to take to home soil to try to qualify for the 2026 Classic. It's Chinese Taipei taking on visiting Spain. Jesus Ustaris, the cleanup hitter and the first baseman in the order tonight for Spain. As ball tag toward right center field, a chance into the alleyway at will. Hammered into the gap by Ustaris, flying around third base. Here comes Encarnacion. Throw to the plate is not in time. An RBI double for Jesus Ustaris. Starts it in the first, a 1-0 lead for Spain. Estrada flare to center field. That's down for a base hit. Ustaris off on contact. Flying around third will score. Back-to-back RBI knocks, and Spain in business early on. A 2-0 lead. 2 runs in the top of the first inning and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Speared on a dive by Carlos Colmenares. Throw in time for the first out of the first inning. And it's second and third with 1 gone. Liner into right center field. Down for a base hit. Spain's going to add 2 more as Estrada comes through with his second RBI knock of the day. And the home team on the ropes early. It's a 4-0 Spain lead in the third. If Yu Chang was able to find a gap right here and you score your first run, all of a sudden you're going to hear how loud this stadium can get. 2-0 Chang drives it out to left. Back on it goes Quincer. On cue, Yu Chang comes through. Chinese Taipei's onto the board.
Collectively, 40,000 people just got off their seats. Yu Chang just cut this lead in half.
New arm into the game for Chinese Taipei as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. The looper to left will get down in front of the racing Xiaowei Lin, and Lin with a hard fall on that dive is slow to recover. He may have smacked his face off of the turf. Scary stuff. Xiaowei Lin thankfully to his feet and looks as though he will stay in this game. Loaded up for Edison Valerio.
That's a big spot for Spain. Something to hit. Work this game hard.
2-2 to left center and down a base hit. Right on cue. Encarnacion scores. Ustari scores. Spain's got the 2 back and a 4-run lead once more here in the 5th. And everything is unraveling for Chinese Taipei here inside the dome. I mean, this is a nightmare right now for Hao Ju-sung over in the first base dugout, and everything falling apart for Yenqing Liu. This is wild, man. 4 runs home in this inning. 3rd pitcher of the inning coming on for Chinese Taipei in an 8-2 game. A 6-run lead for Spain, a team that started the 2022 WBC qualifiers brilliantly and is doing the same here tonight. A line drive into center off the bat of Wander Encarnacion, who's got his 3rd hit of the night. 2 more home for Spain. That'll bring up Gabriel Lino. And Gabriel Lino turns on one and hammers it out to left. And it is a 10-run lead for Spain in the top of the 6th. Lino leaves the yard. It's 12-2. So first and third with 2 away for Chung Yun Chun. 2 pitch to left and snared before it can get by Encarnacion. And the inning is over. Wander Encarnacion, cat-like over at third base. A 3-6-1 double play off the bat of Wander Encarnacion will wrap things up here in the 7th. Wander Encarnacion retired for the first time today, and hopefully is okay out beyond first base. Man, I thought for a second maybe that was just a frustration thing, but the training staff hustling to Encarnacion out past first. Daniel Alvarez trying to finish off this win. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow left. This actually barely escapes the infield as Colmenares puts it away, and Spain rolls into the Taipei Dome and deals a knockout blow on night number 1 to the home team. It's not as simple as win and you are into the 2026 Classic, but for Spain and Nicaragua today, a win this afternoon would go a very long way.
So you want to get those guys firing and get some offense going. Took them a long time against Dylan Unsworth yesterday just to string those hits together, but that's the one thing too, Tyler.
Wow, contact from Brandon Layton, one driver, one down the line, it's gone! Brandon Layton crushes a solo shot with 1 out, and Nicaragua has the first run of the day and a 1-0 lead in the first.
With Tyler, all that talk about will this offense get going? Day 2, you know it's a matter of time. to get going, get a pitch up in the strike zone for Brandon Layton. That is a huge start for Nicaragua.
There is something challenging about when you see a guy who has, these long limbs and there's a lot of moving parts coming at you. That can present a challenge for hitters who, are playing in a very new environment, although it's not going to present a challenge here as Colmenares drives a solo shot to right, and we're all tied up in the top of the third. Carlos Colmenares yesterday, a single, hit by pitch. He shined in the field, and today belts one out of here on a rope to get this game tied in the third inning.
Yeah, that was an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Just stayed on that bat palm.
An infield single for Alegria, his second hit of the day. And Nicaragua, with its fourth hit of the afternoon, trying to build something consistent at the plate. Two gone, bouncing ball left side, nice knockdown on the backhand by Wander Encarnacion. And the throw in time on a couple of hops to get Freddie Zamora. That is a great play. We will take a 1-1 game into the fifth inning at the Taipei Dome. Nasty pitch on the inside part of the plate that freezes Lino. That's the fifth strikeout for Burton. What an effort by Kenworth Burton today. Outstanding work from the young right-hander who yields just 1 run on 4 hits through 4 into third. I mean, there's some impressive talent on display. And J.C. Ramirez buries that one in under the hands of Beltre, flailing for the strikeout. That'll end things in the fifth. And the Brewers prospect a sterling play to retire Wander Encarnacion for the leadoff out of the sixth. So too quickly gone here in the sixth, and it brings up Estrada. And Estrada first pitch swinging. This one out to center field. Chase Dawson on his horse to the warning track, pulls it in at the fence, and hangs on. Goodness gracious, what a catch by Chase Dawson in center, and the inning is over. A defensive highlight reel in the sixth for Nicaragua. 5 2/3 innings for the 40-year-old right-hander, and Yohanan Green will leave with a man at third, looming as the potential go-ahead run for Nicaragua. Terrific work. Spain goes to the bullpen. Dipping the slider one time, and instead he will issue his second consecutive walk since entering this game.
Is on the ropes.
Here comes the 2-2 to Zamora. In the air to center. Beltre and Angulo converging, and Beltre is the one to step in front and make the catch. And that will retire the side. Nicaragua loads the bases with 2 outs, and they leave them that way. And we head to the top of the seventh in a 1-1 game.
I'll tell you what, we saw some good defense in that sixth inning by the Nicaragua team.
Back up the middle, picked on the shortstop side of the second base back. What a throw by Brandon Layton for the first out. Everybody's going to get a highlight of this Nicaragua defense. And it's first and third with 2 outs. So a huge opportunity here in the first pitch. Dawson to first. What a stab by Jesus Ustaris. The defense is dazzling on a Saturday afternoon in Taipei. 1-1 game through 7. So now the opportunity presents itself for Jesus Ustaris. And nowhere close on the 3-0 pitch. They are loaded up for Roosevelt Estrada. Bondo deals. And got him on a called strike 3.
But if you're Estrada in that team, you've got to be swinging. You have to be aggressive. You see something middle of the plate, especially a hanging slider like that.
And a bouncing ball over to third will end the inning as Angel Bondo walks the high wire and makes it to the other side safely. Leadoff single, and the pinch hitter Frank Hernandez puts himself aboard. Second straight inning with a leadoff knock for Spain. Butt down first base side. It'll turn into an out there. Puts the potential go-ahead run in scoring position here in the ninth. Carlos Colmenares is going to be intentionally walked here to set up a force out anywhere. Just missed for ball 4, and they are loaded up now here in the ninth. Now Beltre bounces one right side. It's picked over there by Layton. To second for 1, 4, 6, 3. Nicaragua wriggles off the hook again. And we're all tied going to the bottom of the ninth. Zamora advances on the ground out, and now he's 90 feet away as we go back to the top of the order. Cruz deals. Got him on the foul tip into the glove, and we are headed to extra innings again. Ball 4 loads him up for Alegria. 2-2. In the air to center. Crushed. Beltre back. Ball game. Benjamin Alegria has Two difficult losses for these teams yesterday. The winner of this game is going to be 1-1.
You got nothing to lose. Come in, enjoy the moment. This may be the only time for some of these guys, or the last time you play in this kind of environment in front of 40,000 people.
Moving into the top of the second inning, even if you're able to get out of this, this is still going to be the most exhausting outing. They're loaded up for Zhui Lin. Full count and 2 outs. Called strike 3. Damon King battles back and strands him loaded in the second. Crucial moments coming up for South Africa. 2 in scoring position for Chinese Taipei in the third. These fans are waiting the first out, and this will at least get him on the board. An RBI ground out for Nianting Wu, and Chinese Taipei has its first lead. Floater out over the leap of Tyler Smith. It's an RBI single for Won Ji-shun, and Chinese Taipei has cashed in both of its leadoff base runners. It's 2-0. In a real tight spot here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Chinese Taipei trying to break through. Wild pitch brings in a run. It's 3-0. It's an RBI ground out, the second of the day for a Chinese Taipei hitter, and it is now a 4-0 lead for the host squad.
We head into the bottom half of the 4th inning.
South Africa look a little bit more comfortable with the dish.
Back to center field, and Chang, a great effort. And South Africa on the board on the RBI knock by Brandon Smith. One brother driving in another. Top half of the 6th inning as Chinese Taipei looks to build a little bit of breathing room. Sun getting his first look at Damian Perkins, who induces a blooper out toward right field and racing in on a dive. Brandon Bouillon sees this one get past him. Here he comes with a wave around the third base bag, and it will be an inside the park home run for Chung Rae-sung. We've seen some weird stuff in the first couple days of this World Baseball Classic Qualifier. February baseball, man.
Try, brother. He's rattled. Let the situation, the atmosphere, the environment take control of what he's trying to do.
Bases loaded walk for Zhui Lin. It's 6-1 in the 7th. South Africa goes to the bullpen again here. And ball 4 will bring in another one. And it's starting to slip away from South Africa in the 7th. Moving into the top of the 9th. Walk here for Zhui Lin. There's the drive to left field. Moving back on this one is Wenzel. Looking up, it's gone! Zheng Li leaves the yard. A pinch hit appearance and a 2-run homer adds to the advantage here in the 9th. It's 9-1.
This is that exclamation point, which is going to put him in that good spot tomorrow against Nicaragua.
2 gone in the bottom half. The diving pick over at third. What a play by Zheng Li. And Chinese Taipei into the winner's circle for the first time on home soil in this year's qualifier. It is a Sunday afternoon in Taipei, Taiwan, and we are ready to go for a matchup between South Africa and Spain. Everything riding on this game for South Africa. Ryan, an offense that has started to come alive a little bit. They're going to need to do some big work today against Spain.
Spain trying to get something cooking offensively.
There's a line down the left field line. This is trouble if it's fair. That is a fair ball, and it's into the corner. Gabrielino delivers in the 2nd. Spain's onto the board. Around third base, here comes Colmenares. Throw is in time to get him. It'll be an RBI double for Lino as Valerio scores, but South Africa limits it to just 1. It's a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Lino with some big swings already. Again, this is that pitch. This is a changeup, middle in. It's a ball he can handle. We saw that first night. But again, nice play here from South Africa. Well executed. Transfer throw, and then the pick from Milk. Get that ball in front of him.
So with 1 gone now, here's Frank Hernandez.
Pinch hitter yesterday, delivered a hit. He's got a hit here today. Lino rounding third base, gets the wave to the plate and scores. And it is a 2-0 lead for Spain in the bottom of the 2nd. Ball crushed out to left. Wenzel to the track, looks up, and it's gone. And Roosbear Estrada gets one out of here, and Spain has doubled its lead now, 4-0 in the 3rd. 2-out homer. That one almost 110 miles an hour off the bat. Starries takes strike 1. Starries rockets one out to left and toward the corner. It sneaks out of here. It's gone. Jesus Ustaris on a rope adds to the Spanish lead, 5-0 in the 5th.
With Travis, he's always had that mindset. I'm going to be a first overall pick. It's hard to have that kind of mindset when you're from a place like South Africa or Australia.
Tough play, third base side. That is a great pickup, but an unable to dig throw at first. Jesus Ustaris tried to backhand it, and South Africa onto the board. scored as Pablo Guillen just unable to finish that play.
Wow, and look, we talked about it in the open. Squeaky clean defense, which kept him in that game against Nicaragua. The offense, the first night defense yesterday, we're seeing just a string of mistakes. You can see him just not setting his feet. You see that left foot. You have to plant those feet and get your weight going towards the bag. You have plenty of time too.
With 2 gone, a pinch hitter into the 3 spot in the order. Daniel Jimenez will take this at bat.
The issue with them in regards to pitching, what you got?
And it's to center, and that springs by Carilsa. It's going to bring in both. And Spain tacks on. It's now 9-1 in the 8th. The man to try to close out this Sunday victory for Spain is the San Sebastian native Jorge Balboa, who takes over and is set to go to work in the top of the 9th with Spain in control in this one. November, tapper left side. Busting his tail up the first baseline, but he's not going to be able to extend this game as the putout at first will wrap things up here on this Sunday afternoon. A big win for Spain, which has kept itself alive for a spot in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Tonight, 40,000 in the house. They are set to see their team playing in a matchup against an unbeaten Nicaragua team with the possibility that this is the first of 2 meetings between these 2 teams that we'll see in the next 48 hours. And we are underway. Bouncing ball out to short is bobbled by Yu Chang, and a leadoff error allows Juan Diego Montes to reach.
Here is Brandon Layton.
Right on cue, Brandon Layton shoots one into the alleyway. Montes got a great jump, and Juan Diego Montes scores on the RBI double by Brandon Layton to get things going for Nicaragua in the first. Chase Dawson out of the 3 spot. This is a dicey start as a line drive single from Chase Dawson goes the other way. Back-to-back RBI knocks following the error, and now in first inning disbelief, it's 2-0 Nicaragua. Bottom half of the second, a single to center field for Pochuan Wong, who is now batting a cool 700 here in the qualifier, and he's on the ground. There's a ground ball left side, is speared on the dive by Elian Rayo, and the throw in time.
We saw all those plays yesterday, Tyler, from this Nicaragua defense, and they didn't allow anything.
Top half of the 3rd inning.
No balls and a strike. The 0-1.
Alegria to first. What a catch by Pochuan Wong. Hitting 700 at the plate, making some sparkling plays in the field. The very promising young right-hander Roshi Su takes over on the pitcher's mound, and you can see the electricity behind this young right-handed prospect.
And the crowd reacting too, big time.
Line back to the glove, and Shu makes the catch, and the inning is over. Feeling all right to the one man he faces. This crowd desperate to see this team get the offense revving.
This is exactly what you're talking about, Tyler, is stringing these hits together, getting those 2-0 counts. We're starting to see from Mejia, that momentum effect.
They are loaded up. Now the task falls to the 9-hole hitter. Another 2-2 swing and a miss. Osman Gutierrez gets out of the jam. He roll along here in the top half of the 6th inning, and Benjamin Alegria is aboard. He's got his first hit of the day. Pitch on the way to Zamora, runner moving, and a late jump. Throw to second is off, and scampering to third. Alegria is 1 station away now with 1 out. 3-2, and a liner to center field is going to be enough to get another run in. And it is a 3-0 Nicaragua lead. There are a decent amount of fans who are headed for the exits right now, and that is not something we see very often here in Taiwan at all. 2 in scoring position for the left-handed hitting bat of Chase Dawson. He shoots one to right center field. It's a 2-run knock for Chase Dawson with a potential game-breaking double in the 9th. And now Nicaragua is 1 out away. 2-1 popped in the air, into left. Nicaragua ready to explode onto the field as they are headed back to the World Baseball Classic. An absolutely dominant, unbeaten run through 3 days here in Taiwan. What an accomplishment for Nicaraguan baseball. Tonight, the hopes of this island hang in the balance as Chinese Taipei backs to the wall and looking to avoid missing their first World Baseball Classic ever, taking on a team that nearly run-ruled them just 5 days ago in Spain.
Talk about getting on the board early. I'm telling you right now, if this thing come up big here, it's going to change the whole tone and that momentum that not only today, but what we've seen the last couple days.
1-1 Chang to left at the base, hit an extra bases. In to score is Wong. First and second turns to second and third, and Chinese Taipei out quick. 1-0 in the first.
You feel like the roof is about to blow off this building. Yu Chang coming through once again.
So with first and second and 2 gone now, the task will fall to another guy who's been hot in this lineup, the Roosevelt Estrada. There's a shot to right center field, and that could get this thing tied. It's cut off out there by Sung, who will hustle it in quickly enough to hold Encarnacion at third, but it's an RBI single for Roosevelt Estrada, and Spain's on the board, cutting the lead in half. It's 2-1.
In the middle of this lineup, doing the damage again.
Valerio 4 for 11 here in the qualifier.
A shot to right field. Will it hang up long enough? Oh, what a catch! Jung-Rae Sung saves a run and maybe more. And he lights up an electrified Taipei Dome. We are headed to the top of the second, and Chinese Taipei holds the lead. It's 2-1. Chinese Taipei, 2 runs home. The base is loaded. 3-1 down the right field line toward the corner. Foul! No! That's a fair ball, and it's gone! Even the base runners are confused. And as it stands, it is a grand slam for Zhou Lin. But immediately, Spain has requested a review. Oh, it's foul. The swing of emotions for the 35,000 plus in this building over the last 60 seconds. Garcia deals. Ball 4. It'll add a run anyway. And Won-Jae Shun bolting from first is into second.
Right in scoring position, 65 pitches deep.
And a perfect run third base line. Oh, it's thrown away! Up the right field line, it'll bring Chun in! And into second base goes Xiaohong Jung! Chinese Taipei extends the lead. It's 4-2 in the 6th.
4-2, this place is rocking right now.
Another bunt to third, Valerio again. And throws it away again! Rounding third and scoring is Jung, and Chinese Taipei has added 2 on back-to-back errors by Wander Encarnacion. Oh, that is crushing to see. Wander Encarnacion literally in tears now, crouched behind third. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Roosevelt Estrada will lead things off for Spain. But a ball crushed to left field, and Roosevelt Estrada provides an answer for Spain. Gone! It's 5-3. Listen to this ovation for a home run that came off the bat at 115 miles an hour. And they are loaded up with 1 out for Edison Valerio. 3-2 pitch. Cold strike 3. Froze him at 83 miles an hour for a massive second out in the 7th. Colmenares got rung up on a high strike 3 in his last trip to the plate, trying to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 gone in the 7th. Lee Soon, 1-2. Got it! Lee Soon gets out of the jam. 5-3, go to the 8th. This dome ready to explode. Jung-Rae Sung, ready. 1-2 pitch. Got him! It did not come easy, but it's here all the same.